this is a classic example of Enter the Dragon. With the slowdown impacting India's automobile sector so very hard, it has still not been able to diminish the plans of Chinese automobile majors such as MG Motors, FAW Hyma, Great Wall, and Electra buses from entering into this market and capturing it. We have Mr. Ankur Bhati of the Bird Group with us. The Bird Group, in a JV with Hyma of China, is coming out with a hatchback, electric hatchback, in the next 18 months into the market. Let us know his views. So, firstly, is it an opportune moment to come into the Indian market, which is right now impacted by the slowdown?
The cars will be launched in, as you mentioned, in 18 months' time. There is the economy, which is always cyclic, parabolic, cyclic, what you want to, whatever graph you want to put into that. And we feel that definitely there'll be a revival on the economy for sure by the time we are up with the car and launching it. Also, given the fact that it is an electric vehicle, it's going to change the way India looks at mobility in the future as well. So in terms of no emissions, in terms of no cost of ownership once you've got the car. So I think even if there is the downturn actually continues to that particular time, I think as an ownership for a vehicle which is electric, which has got no emissions, which has got no cost for running, is always better for an individual than coming in looking for a standard IC engine.
In terms of electric vehicles, do you think that we will actually make a very fast transition from BS6 directly to EVs in the future?
You know, the technology and the cost for acquisition and acquiring and owning an EV is actually coming down. And I'm quite confident that very near future, we would have majority of the scooters to begin with, and then cars going electric in the future. If you look at an example of China, which has got a largest consumption of two-wheelers, majority of the two-wheelers sold there are now electric. And I think for Bird as an offering, we are doing both the two-wheelers and we've got a whole set of products around that and the car as well. So I think, it is but given, and I think the reasons are very simple, is environment, the cost of ownership and the cost of running afterwards.
We are over here with Mr. Kaushik Ganguly, Director Strategy and Planning for Great Wall Motors, which is one of China's largest automobile manufacturers. So given the fact that a slowdown has hit the Indian automobile sector as of now, do you feel it is an opportune time to enter this market segment?
So, how it goes is the auto market is anyways very cyclical. There has always been ups and downs in the market. And we believe in the long-term growth story of India. So we don't see any issues there. Also, our strength lies in SUVs. And the SUV preference has been increasing in India. And we feel actually this is the right time to kind of enter and enhance the market with our high technology products.
But no timeline has been given as of now for your entry, for your official entry into the Indian market. Can you please elaborate on any timeline?
Sure. So today we're here because we are launching our brands. So we launched our Havel brand of SUVs and our GWM EV brand of EVs, which are non-SUV EVs. Just the last month, we crossed a major milestone when we had a MOU signing with General Motors to take over the Talegaon plant, which we expect to get a handover in the second half of this year. Thereafter, we will take some time for the plant modifications, also readying ourselves in terms of the product, channel, building the brand, etc. And at the earliest in 2021 is when we hope to roll out the first model and have a market launch.
So practically, if we see, you are going to have an aggressive SUV strategy in India going forward with Havel brand of cars.
Primarily, we are an SUV manufacturer, so our strength lies in SUVs. We have been the highest, the Chinese in the Chinese market. We have been the SUV leader for the past consecutive 10 years. So we would definitely play on our strengths. At the same time, we are also considering non-SUV EVs for the Indian market, which would be the other brand which we would launch subsequent to the Havel brand. So the primary focus would be on Havel brand of SUVs. The first model of the Havel brand would be representative of our brand philosophy and the brand positioning, which would have a global design, very high level of technology in the areas of safety and connectivity. So intelligent safety is one of the areas where we have a very deep focus. Then, in a phased manner, we would want to consider, cover the whole range of SUVs for India. And at the same time, as a second phase, we would also plan to roll out our EVs, which would be hatchbacks and sedans, suitable to various kind of segments and customer preferences.
What kind of an investment plan do you have for the country?
So we are considering an estimated investment of 1 billion USD in a phased manner, which would cover the manufacturing aspect as well as we would enhance our R&D. So we have a older relationship with India. Since 2016, we have an R&D base in India, in Bangalore. So now, in fact, that is one of our 10 global R&D bases. Now that we are entering the market, the idea is to invest more in R&D as well and enhance R&D capacities of the India R&D Center as well. As well as we are also considering investments in EV related production and R&D. So we are also considering lithium batteries, e-power drives. So all these are our strength areas also because in China we manufacture our own batteries, we manufacture our own e-drive components, and we would definitely consider them for India. The timing would be in line with the government policies and the market pickup of the EVs. But we are very confident ultimately we would have sometime or other these things.
I am with Mr. Rajiv Chhabra, Managing Director, MG Motors India. Welcome to INS, sir. So firstly, you launched with connected vehicles, then electric vehicles, and now autonomous vehicles. But we didn't get to hear when is the formal launch date of Marvel.
So actually, Marvel we have showcased today to tell the people that we have autonomous commercially available globally, and we have this technology level 3 autonomous technology available. But we are going to assess the demand and the feedback from the people here, and then we'll decide when do we launch it here, at what price do we launch it here. So right now we have not finalized the time and the price for this car, but this can be one of the possibilities in future.
So do you hope to repeat the success with Hector in terms of sales performance with Hector Plus that is going to be unveiled tomorrow?
So Hector Plus actually is a 6-seater Hector. We also would have a 7-seater there. So it's one of the extensions of Hector. We are not launching it as a new product as such, but it's a good brand extension for Hector. So hopefully it should give us incremental volumes and hopefully it should help us to consolidate our position in that segment. But we are not looking that as a additional product as such.
And in terms of ZS, how has the ZS been performing in India?
So ZS EV, has been pretty good so far. I mean, the response has been very good so far. As you know that we got almost 3,000 bookings in less than a month. And right now we are just ramping up our production, and we are trying to make it available to the customers who have booked the car. Whoever has driven the car has just fallen in love with that car. So the response has been very, very good. So we have been fortunate that with our first 2 products, the response is slightly more than our expectations, and we are facing some of the good problems of managing the supply chain and ramping the capacity.
So practically you have actually bucked the slowdown trend. So if we go forward, in terms of ZS production, where is your production right now and how much ramping up are you going to do in the coming months?
So for this EV, as you're asking, because it's EV, because we have launched only in 5 cities, there are some issues with the charging. Consumers have lots of questions. So it's kind of a concept selling. It's kind of education first, and also trying to take care of the anxiety of consumer in terms of providing charger at their home or offices and things like that. So I don't think so numbers are important there, but just to give you perspective, the whole auto industry, the EV sale, the 4-wheeler EV sale last year was close to 2,000 units in the country, and we have got around 2,800 bookings in less than a month. So from that perspective, that gives an idea that we can do 200, 300 a month. But now, how do we do more than that? This is what we need to look at. So once China reopens after this New Year holidays, I think we need to assess our capability, how fast we can ramp up.
I'm with Mr. Nagasatyam, Executive Director of Electra Buses. Firstly, sir, how has your experience as a joint venture partner with a Chinese firm being BYD, being in India, especially given the fact that there are so many Chinese firms which are entering into the Indian market?
We are the largest electric bus manufacturer in the country as of now. We started our journey with BYD in 2015 itself. Whatever the Chinese names you are coming, they have entered recently. And I understand most of them are in a car segment actually. But BYD, we are into this buses segment actually, and which we all feel that which can make maximum impact on common people actually, because a bus typically carries 60 to 70 people actually. So the awareness about the electric mobility will come more from the buses. That's what we feel BYD. And coming to about our technology tie-up with BYD, like it's a very strong partnership. And what started as a kind of a marketing, now we entered into the manufacturing. Like we have a manufacturing with BYD, and we are doing. Our plant is in Hyderabad. It's a very strong partnership actually.
It's a simple case of dragon courting an elephant at the Auto Expo 2020, with the Chinese automobile majors determined to enter into the Indian market and capture a great slice of it, shaking the loyalties that was enjoyed by the Korean and the German car brands. This is Rohit Ved with camera person Anupam for INS TV.